Note, this is a new beginning for my channel. Your support truly matters to me. Even watching and sharing this video helps this channel grow and survive. World War I, the darkest phase of humanity. World War I, which began in 1914, was not only the collapse of nations, but the collapse of humanity itself. It lasted 4 years and claimed the lives of nearly 20 million people. But the most horrifying part is not the number. It is how those deaths happened. During this war, the front lines barely moved. Armies were trapped in endless trench systems stretching for miles. These trenches were filled with mud, water, and filth. Soldiers went weeks without washing, living among lice and enormous rats. At night, rats were known to gnaw on the faces of dead soldiers. This is not exaggeration. This was reality. Death did not always come from bullets. Disease killed silently. Dysentery and infections took thousands of lives without a single shot being fired. Some soldiers died standing in the mud, unable even to lie down. World War I was the first war where machine guns made human life cheap. Commanders still relied on outdated tactics, ordering soldiers to charge across open fields. The result was brutal and predictable. Men were cut down in seconds. On some fronts, tens of thousands of soldiers died in a single day. The Battle of the Somme in 1916 is the clearest example of this madness. On the first day alone, 20,000 British soldiers were killed. After months of fighting and over 1 million casualties, the front line barely changed. Hundreds of thousands died for a few meters of land. One of the most terrifying innovations of the war was chemical weapons. Poison gas, such as chlorine and mustard gas, was used for the first time. Soldiers exposed to gas suffocated, went blind, or were burned from the inside. Mustard gas was especially cruel. It often did not kill immediately. Victims died days later, their bodies covered in blisters, slowly and painfully. For those who survived, the war never truly ended. Many soldiers suffered from what was called shell shock, now known as post-traumatic stress disorder. They trembled uncontrollably, could not speak, and screamed through the night. Even worse, some of these men were labeled as cowards and executed by their own armies. There were also child soldiers on the front lines. Thousands of boys aged 14 or 15 lied about their age to enlist. Many were killed in their first battle. Those who survived never returned to a normal life. Civilians suffered as well. Starvation, bombardments, and forced migrations devastated entire populations. Bodies were often torn apart beyond recognition, and countless soldiers were buried in unmarked graves. Families never learned what truly happened to their loved ones. When the war ended in 1918, there were no real winners. Europe lay in ruins. An entire generation was destroyed. And this war paved the way for an even greater catastrophe. World War II. One soldier wrote in his diary, "Here you do not remain human. You either die, or the human inside you does." World War I stands as proof of how cruel humanity can become. And tragically, this lesson was never fully learned. If you enjoy history content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support makes future videos possible.